Hello and welcome back to The Nod, a mindful motorcycle podcast. We are back, still at Goodwood, still fucking hot, but
still with shit intros.
Still with shit intros. They don't get better, but they're the same every time. That's all that
You are
matters.
Consistent, Ben Powers. You're consistently shit.
And we're joined now, who's fresh off a bike, I think, of the motored variety, Alec Briggs, pro cyclist, inventor. Is that? I've read your bio on your Instagram. It said a lot of things. We're going to see which
inventor's
is true.
definitely not one.
Creator. What have you done this?
Yeah, I'm just winging it, man. I'm like everyone else. Yeah, I created a bike for the show, which is kind of cool.
Oh, sick.
Based on a Benetton F1 car, because that was like the coolest livery I could find.
Yeah, that's a cool
Linked to
livery.
BMW.
That when Damon Hill drove the Benetton, or which year? was that
Actually, you know the green front nose with the white body and the paint stripes?
Oh, yeah.
I used it to kind of base around my new cycling kit to design that.
Right.
And I thought we need a bike to match, and it'll look wicked on a BMW. So
Nice. So what bike have you done it on?
on a Canyon Aero, on a little road bike.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, skinny tires. It's got green handlebars to sort of replicate the wing.
Yeah.
Green forks and represent the nose, and a white back with some paint stripes. Kind of look like a kid did it, but it works.
But you like it?
No, I love it, man.
Wow, that's cool.
It's got gold wheels as well. That doesn't happen very often.
Big kid did do it, really.
Yeah, essentially.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I think as you're here, like me, we never grew up, right?
No.
Yeah.
That's why we're sat here now.
Yeah.
So we're still blagging this as a day out.
It's kind of living the dream though, a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
We could be sat in an office doing this. And
We'd be richer.
I tried that for a year and I went, hell no, and went and became a cyclist. I went, no, I'm going to go relive the dream, and it worked out.
Yeah. So pro cycling, how long have you been a professional competitive cyclist? Or not all the way through?
I use pro cycling as a loose term.
Right.
Because, yeah, I make my money out of cycling, but I deem Tour de France cyclists pro cyclists.
Okay.
If I was to put myself in a box, I'd say I'm as good as BSB. You know what I mean?
Compared to MotoGP.
Some people are paying for a ride, some people are getting paid.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really know what's going on.
Right.
But more MotoGP is Tour de France, and I'm not there. That's for sure.
Well, no, because it's happening right now, and you're sat here in Goodwood. So.
Yeah, I think I'm better off. So yeah.
It's brutal though.
Like, who wants to ride a bike for 6 hours up a hill? That's mental.
Yeah.
Not me.
No. What sort of racing do you more criterium style stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of as close to a motorbike as you can get. I grew up watching motorbikes, and that's how I got into cycling.
Right.
And I just wanted to be a motorbike racer since I was a kid. And 1 hour races seemed a bit more fitting, a lot less work.
Yeah.
Could wing it a bit more. That's the training's hard. And you can do fun stuff like this. But 6 hour road races, I think you're just training too long for that. So I'm here.
It's just a long time, isn't it?
I respect it, man, but it's just not for me. And I think that's kind of.
Also, you're like 6'3" ish, are you?
Yeah,
From a guess, that's pretty tall.
That's a good guess.
Not ideal jockey size. You know what I mean?
No, you get the big ones though. Like Wigo's pretty big, isn't he? And he won a Tour de France. I've got no excuses, man. It's just lack of effort. I'm gonna hold my hands.
Lack of effort, talent,
Yeah, all of it.
aerobic capacity.
That's
all
the
of
big
it.
one, actually.
Yeah.
That one nerfed me.
Yeah.
But I'm here, man. I'm having a great time. And last year I started racing motorbikes, and that's like a
Did
dream
you?
come true. Yeah.
What the F900 Cup or what?
Oh no, that's on the bucket list. But
Yeah.
I think that's a long way away. I want a CB500, which is obviously the most basic race bike you can get
It's
into.
like the learner bike for most people doing their direct access.
But then you get like the dudes that win an F900 Cup or whatever, just knocking around on a CB500 for fun. They're great little bikes. So.
Yeah. So cycling, you grew up watching motorbikes and then got into cycling. Did you ride motorbikes before you got on a push bike or?
No, never. I wasn't allowed.
Right.
I think like money's one thing, right? But then I guess the fear of your child doing it's another. And I just ended up hitting up my local bicycle track and got into it. But yeah, I think everything I do now has come from like creative side. And I think the way I've made money in cycling is I've kind of applied what influenced me, which is MotoGP, like Rossi era for sure.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Speedway. I knew Speedway through and through like the back of my hand when I was a kid. And just watching all their liveries is kind of inspired what I do. And it's kind of going full circle, and I can bring bicycles back into the car world. And now sometimes car and bike people are looking at bicycles and going, that's kind of cool, actually. I don't hate you guys anymore.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Yeah. Look, I ride everything, and I don't ride my bike as much as I used to, but I used to ride my bike a lot, doing stupid things that you think were stupid, like 300-mile, 24-hour challenges, riding from Newcastle to London. It was stupid.
Yeah, why did you do that?
Well, I just had cancer for the second time. And that's loud.
Well, we did pick the
yeah,
spot,
I did a
like, right
full.
where they do donuts.
I'm basically Lance Armstrong in English form.
I
So
mean, you've
just
got
in-
the same swagger.
He takes a lot of drugs. You know what I mean?
Take a lot of
Takes
drugs.
a lot of drugs.
So we were saying earlier about drugs. I had testicular cancer twice, so I've got no testicles. So I'm on full testosterone replacement. So I balance it with my hematocrit levels and my red blood count levels to make sure my blood doesn't turn to gravy. But my hematocrit's like 51, 52. It's really like I'd failed drugs tests. I couldn't be a pro cyclist, but it means my recovery is great. My muscle density, I don't really have to work out, and like I don't get too fat because I'm just cheating with testosterone.
I mean, it sounds kind of well deserved after what you went through. That's pretty gnarly.
I kind of like to think there's the balance there, right? Yeah,
But also, what you could do now is set up like a Strava account and just go and wreck people's lives.
I did. I commuted into London on my bike for 15 years. I had all the comms. That was until they did the bloody Ride London thing and screwed everyone up because all the pro cyclists went through closed roads and got all of the records that I'd been traffic light racing through for years. Really annoyed me.
You could go and jump in the sort of sportif one and just sit on the back and then whack him at the end.
Yeah,
Go retake the time.
yeah, I did a few, but like riding like 100 miles, it's a long way, isn't it?
Has anybody ever properly cheated on that app and like done it on like a motorcycle?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I went to go do this descent. I love chasing KOM descents.
Yeah.
It's like a bit scary. You don't have to try as hard. And I was looking at the times going, how the hell have these two brothers smashed it out? And I worked out they had motorbike helmets on their pictures and went, that's why I'm a minute off. I love that. You see those dudes on Instagram in Colombia just sitting behind a truck at 100k an hour going, what? How? It's amazing. Actually, the only thing I've won a national championship in is the one where you sit behind a motorbike because the motorbike does all the work and you just hang on for dear
Oh,
life.
the Kieran.
Nah, Derny.
Oh, the Kieran's the race though,
The
wasn't it?
Kieran is the one where the motorbike leads out the riders and they sprint after 8 laps. But the Derny is where you each have your own motor pacer, your own motorbike Derny.
Oh, right.
And you shout alley to make it go faster or ho to slow it down. And first one over the line wins. But it lasts about 40 minutes. So basically, it's actually really, really hard. And you think it'd be easy just sitting in the slipstream, but
You got to stay in the strips.
yeah. And also you got all the fumes. It's like a little old 2-stroke motor, which is getting pedal assisted.
Yeah.
It must be like 48 cc or something. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But yeah, if you ever see that, look that up. It's mental.
Well, that's the great invention now of the electric motorbikes for things like that, especially in the velodromes and stuff, because they're silent and there's no emissions, and you can just sit behind those instead of.
Sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rubbish.
It's,
Where's the vibe gone?
yeah.
How do you feel about electric motorbikes?
I think they've got their place. I don't know where that is yet.
I do like the Stark. In the idea of ragging it in the woods and not getting in trouble for winding up the birds, I'm into that.
It's definitely one of, and the Livewire Del Mar is probably the funnest motorcycle I've ever ridden in my life.
Yeah.
It's, and everybody hates me for saying it, but it's just like,
It's my-
like I'm,
This bloke here,
I'm
he
shit.
runs my local microbrewery in my tiny village in Kingsley. Hod, best beer, Maverick. Check him out. I'll probably see you tomorrow, mate.
he
Actually,
just told me he's going to stop. He's going to quit drinking. He's about that age, that time in his life where I'm like, I'm about to bin it off. And then he's like, that's the guy that runs the pub and was the only guy that walks by and waves.
It's amazing. What are the chances of my local? It's like this tiny micro. There's a pub.
Well, if
a
you're there
microbrewery and a
every
post
day
office in my
drinking
village.
pints of beer.
Maverick Brewery. It's only open Friday and Saturdays. It's
I mean,
that
that's
small.
a
It's
good way of
amazing.
doing it. It limits you.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds
It's
like
open till
moderation.
9. Get in early. Have a skinful. Great beers. Lovely beers.
Nah,
Anyway,
you gotta nail
it's not
it.
about
Change
me.
that. But yeah, electric bikes. I've
yeah,
heard this
but yeah,
E02, and that thing's amazing as well. Around town, amazing.
Yeah, that's it. I think there's a place for them. It's, if you like engines and stuff, it's not going to provide that, but it's like electric cars, instant torque. They've got their place. They have their little, unique qualities.
You can enjoy both.
But also like
You don't have to be one of the. It's not like snowboarding and skiing.
Yeah.
Like you can do both. It's
You don't
all right.
have to pick a side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't the Warriors.
And the thing is, like,
We're all having fun.
every time I talk about like riding a Del Mar, because I love it. It's honestly, it's a hooligan bike. It's built just to be an asshole. Like that's all it's made for.
Well, that's why Anthony likes
Exactly. You know what I
built
mean?
for
It was
him.
built for me.
like I'm
And,
holding
like,
a mirror to Anthony.
It's like I'm not gonna lie. Like when I'm by myself, I ride like a complete fucking asshole. And I'm not endangering anybody else other than myself.
I mean, I've been on a press trip with you, so I know that's not true.
Yeah.
Because you also ride like an arsehole. I'm joking.
No, it's true. It's
But
absolutely true.
but that thing, everyone comes up to you, and when you talk about it and you tell them how great it is, they're like, yeah, but how many miles does it do? I'm like, it doesn't matter. It does maybe 80 if you hammer it, and like, but 80 in the city just ripping around with your mates being complete hooligans. That's all you need. I'm not going to take it to Barcelona and back. You know what I mean? Like, I've got a car for that. You know what I mean? I don't need a bike to do that, or I'll get like a big GS or a Harley or something to do miles on. But like, that is built for purpose, just to have fun. You know what I mean? And use it for that. That's what it's built for. You know?
I concur.
Cycling, these are quite quick and dirty, these episodes. But this is not a motorcycle podcast, technically. It's kind of a mental health podcast in some respects. In as much as we'd like to really talk about people's lives and normalize these sorts of conversations and give people sort of takeaways about what other people who are doing incredible things, what processes they put in their lives, how they manage with some of the struggles they go through and difficulties. See, for us, anything on two wheels is mindfulness, right? It's being present in the moment. It clears everything else away. It's physical exercise more so on a push bike. You said earlier sort of ADHD, busy mind. You come across as a pretty busy person. So that kind of fits. Does cycling, motorcycling, how do they play a part in your well-being as a whole?
Yeah, I think you nailed it, really. From the beginning, I think I was introduced to bicycles by my parents because they wanted me to get some sort of self-esteem and confidence. And that wheels gave me that passion.
And it probably burns some energy off.
Yeah, burns some
ADHD,
energy.
You're just like, whoa.
I think I was one of the quiet ADHD kids, like mine's just somewhere else. But like, yeah, it gave me that sort of personality, that expression. And then I notice now that when I'm out training on the bicycle, my mind is a bit full and it does tend to wander and worry about things. But I notice when I'm racing, it's just silent. And that's quite beautiful. And I realized during COVID when cycling had to stop, how much I need it. And that kind of worried me, actually. I went, I need to find something to do afterwards. And that did actually make me go, I want to get into motorbikes more. And I think the most peaceful I've ever been in my life is on a motorbike. And especially, you're just so focused, living through it. And I absolutely adore it. I wish I could have done it forever. And I want to do it forever. Even though I've only sort of done it for the last couple of years, if someone asked me what my passion was, I think it would be riding a motorbike around track, and it's bliss.
Well, it's a forced focus, right? Which is because, like, you lose focus for a second, especially going around a track. You're in the kitty litter or worse. You know what I mean? You're getting hurt. So it's this great, like, and you say ADHD, like I'm clearly riddled with it as well. But my brain works like in chaos situations. Everything slows down for me, and like if like this place got bombed and there was a terrorist attack, I'd be like walking around like it was in slow motion. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, it's fine. And like everybody would be panicking, but my brain just goes when it's like, and that's why I think I love riding motorcycles so well, because it calms my brain, and I just go into like, everything just gets really peaceful, and I'm just, as hectic as everything is, going as fast as you can through whatever you're doing. You're just kind of like, it's a zen kind of like, and you got nothing else to focus on but trying to stay alive and on that bike, right?
Yeah, I also think for boys as well, we're not great at chatting. Like some of my longest friends, I'll probably message, a couple of times a year. It's really bad. But when I go cycling and training with my mates, we just have a natural conversation. You realize you're unwinding without even realizing. Same with a motorbike track day. You go and rock up to a pit carriage with your mate. Like even, you go on a track, you come back, you converse, you break it down, you're like filled with adrenaline, you're so stoked, and you come back and all your worries are gone. Yeah. Like even this morning, like absolutely terrible race yesterday. It all went wrong. Just went to absolute shit for it. Just happens, And I went and ragged a motorbike today and I'm happy again. But on the drive here, I was fuming. I was like cursing and just going, fuck, but I'm chatting to you guys happy as Larry now. And that's because I've just been fueled by motorbikes.
I mean, you didn't just ride a motorbike. You rode a motorbike at the Festival of Speed up the hill in front of 100,000 people and 2 million people on the TV. That's quite a big day out as rides go. Were you on the R12?
I was on the R12.
I'm riding out on Sunday.
It's fantastic.
Is it?
It's so smooth. It's so capable.
Did you do any wheelies? Or?
I haven't really unlocked that one yet. No. I'm still in like, the tutorial ranks of the computer game of motorcycles. So, yeah, that's intermediate level, I think. I have been trying around my garden recently. I may have recently bought an enduro bike because I'm so hooked.
Nice.
And I can wheelie a manual, like a mountain bike or a road bike for as long as I want. but motorbikes are so much harder.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I was like, oh, you just press the throttle, you must just wheelie for days.
Yeah.
Fair play to you lot. If you can wheelie a motorbike, I'll take my hat.
Yeah, no, I can't really.
I'm shit.
Not like that.
My
I can
wheelies
do
are kind of
everything
like my
else.
sex life. You know, I can get it up. I just can't keep it up. You know what I mean? I go to shift into second. It's like it all goes pear shaped. You know?
I guess that's what the 99 fuel's for, right?
Yeah. you know?
Supercharge it.
That's all good. It's a beautiful thing.
That's what's great about the live wire. That makes you because I don't know if it's got a gyro in it or something, but you crack the throttle and you just hold it there, and it will keep you exactly at 60 degrees. If you drop the throttle like that, you'll go down to like 40, and you can just hold it there. You can hold the wheel 6 inches off the ground for like 10 miles.
No
Just do
way.
like a mini wheelie. It's insane. It's the
Yeah, well, most new bikes have wheelie control now, so it'll take the wheel up to a certain point and it'll just hold it up.
Wow.
With the electronics, will do it all for you. Just make sure it's switched on before you try it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will just.
Do you know what blows my mind? The first time I ever met Ant, we were at Almeria, weren't we?
yeah. So somewhere like north of Spain,
Yeah. And
just north of Barcelona.
BMW roll out this 200 horsepower S1000R, and they're like, yeah, off you go. I'm like, what do you mean? And I've done one track day and it was with you before.
Yeah.
That's it. And that was like a year ago. And they're like, no, just go, you'll be fine. And a modern bike, incredible.
Yeah, they're so good.
Yeah, they're so
And
easy to
it's-
ride.
Everyone says, "Oh, how do you ride those things?" Well, it's only as much as you twist the throttle, right?
Yeah,
As long as you control that.
But then they go, yeah, open it up. And you look down, you go, oh, that says 260 kilometers an hour. You go, this is mad.
Yeah.
And it's so capable. And it's almost, I know it's not easy, but the go and stop bit, they made
Going
it.
fast is easy.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, going around corners, stopping, missing things, that's when it gets tricky. But just anybody can go fast in a straight line, right?
Nah, the
There's
modern
some of my
bikes, man.
Some of
Oh
my
my
favorite
God, mate.
videos on Instagram is just I'll go down a rabbit hole of just idiots just crashing just terribly just because the guys that get on a new bike at a dealership and they're like, oh yeah, and then they just like pin it into a car down the street.
To be fair, I passed my test at 25, rode my a new bike to me I'd already bought before I passed my test.
I did the same thing.
600 Bandit, blue, beautiful. Rode it 100 yards up the road to the petrol station in Salisbury to ride it back to London. Pulled out of the petrol station and stuck it in the hedge on the opposite side of the road.
Just wheelied off.
Just whiskey throttled it straight into the hedge. That was it. I was like, welcome to motorbiking.
I'm gonna one
Half an hour into having my license, I'd had my first crash.
What happened then? Did you get it out?
I just picked it out and rode it to London, but the bloke in the petrol station was just looking at me going, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know.
It is better it happened then, though.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It's done.
You'd rather hit a hedge than anything else.
It's going to happen eventually.
So-
They're wonderful things.
I opened one of the biggest motorcycle shops in Spain before I had a motorcycle license. Like I owned, it was 2 doors down from the police station, and I ride every day, and I didn't have a motorcycle license.
That's how did you manage that?
My whole life in Spain, my license expired, my Canadian license when I got there, and I had to fly back to Canada to get it renewed, and I never went, and so I just stayed in Spain, and I found this loophole where I'd go to the police station and say that I lost my wallet, and then they give me a piece of paper saying you've lost your a police report. And I just pulled that out. And I said, look, I lost my wallet. And I'm waiting for a new license to show up. I did that for 15 years.
Oh, I have a friend that can one-up you on that. He never had a motorcycle license, moved to Spain, and they just gave him a license, and it said, yeah, you can ride a motorbike. And he went to the dealership, and he went, what can I get with this? Anything you want. And he just straight away bought a 600 something. And
Nice.
just rode it around for 2 years.
Yeah.
Amazing. I couldn't believe it. But what happens with insurance there? If someone crashes, whose fault is it? Who's paying out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
That's
get
the-
to prison.
Someone's
okay,
in trouble,
yeah,
and it's
you'll
probably
get- yeah,
it's probably us.
You'll probably get to prison.
Yeah, So if you're listening, don't do that, right?
No, don't.
Yeah.
Cool. Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Get
Get your license.
Get insured.
Be legal.
All of that. Well, insurance, you can get insured by Devitt Insurance, one of the leading motorcycle insurers in the UK for over 75 years. They're the trusted specialist in motorbike insurance.
I'd also say they've got one of the best liveries in flat track as well.
Yes, the Venoni Devitt.
Yeah.
We're going to hook up with Max and the team soon to do some flat tracking with Sky and Jamie. Is it Jamie? Jack, his team. Yeah.
Jack Bell.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
sponsored.
They're fantastic.
Devitt
riders.
are sponsors as well.
I've
on the
been
podcast.
watching them from the rookie paddocks while
Yeah.
they race the pro paddock.
Yeah, they're
Watching
great.
those guys ride a bike's amazing. It's crazy.
What are you riding flat track?
I actually started on an RMZ 450, went, this is mental, and bought a CRF 250 and went faster on that.
Yeah.
Which is mad. And then I won my first race on it. It was brilliant.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it was so cool, man.
So you're racing DTRA as well, or just?
Yeah, when I can. A bit
Yeah.
of DC Cup, which is some of Gary's stuff. And then I haven't been able to make any of the DTRAs this year because of cycling commitments. But yeah, August, I basically put down the bicycle and just ride motorbikes and make up for lost time.
Amazing.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
I've signed up
Fun.
for the DTRA for the last 3 years in a row and I haven't made one race.
Yeah.
I built a bike, like purpose-built, hand-built Rotax bike to ride in Thunderbike class, and I still haven't. It's just sat on the wall in the shop, and I'm just like,
You got to
Just
get
don't
that
have
out,
time.
man. You got to do it.
I know. I'm
That's
thinking
what
about
a track day.
Ant's last track day experience at Dirtquake didn't end so well. He was in a hospital bed next to Carl Fogarty, who'd also had an off.
I mean,
I'd had an off as well, to be fair. We all crashed, but
But the thing is,
sounds like it was just a day. It doesn't
we
sound
got
like it
some
was
great
you guys.
photos.
it was, yeah.
It's all one crash.
Yeah.
Ant and I followed him in. Watched him
There's a
crash
great
and-
time. I don't know who got it, but there's a time-lapse
time-lapse.
photo. It's like up the wall.
and in the air,
over
I
the
think
bar.
I've seen that.
and then me in the air,
Fair one.
both horizontal on Harleys.
Come on, make the return, please.
But-
It'll be great.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I was thrown into this by Discovery Channel. They're like, it was with the season we filmed it was already done, and Discovery called up and they're like, hey, we need another bike in another episode. We need to finish it. So like, can you get another bike? I'm like, all right. So I blagged the bike off Harley. I had 10 days to find the bike, build the bike, and then find an event to race the bike. And I'm like, okay. So I just made it all happen. I had to pay for the bike myself because they didn't have any budget left. And then I've never ridden flat track. So they sent me to Pete Boast's school. You know,
Yeah.
those school. So
In the little barn.
Yeah, in the
that's
barn.
Amazing. Have you been there?
I haven't been actually.
So
no.
so and that doesn't translate to an 800-pound Harley at all.
I can imagine.
None.
Yeah.
There's like absolutely zero translation. So I get all right on the little mini bike, and then I go out and get on this Harley, and then so they put me in Super Hooligan with all the pros. So like me, Foggy, Pete Boast, and every other pro racer, and me. And I'm like, I look at Foggy. He kind of fist bumps me, and he just looks at me and goes, "You're fucking gonna die," and just like visor down. And I was like, I did a lap and a half, and
Shit
Yeah, it's-
himself.
it was I hit the brakes, and I thought I'd just slide into the wall, and like this something wasn't right, and I'm like, I looked at the footage afterwards, and then you know in a Harley you touch the back brake, it just locks up. Well, there was no track mark behind my bike, and 6 months later I looked at the bike because it was in a barn, just crashed, and all of the rear brake was cross-threaded, the banjo bolt was cross-threaded, so I had no brakes at all. And I went straight. I didn't slow down at all, and he's got
Yeah, you need that for flat track.
yeah. You need a brake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you say, we're talking about the whole mindful thing. If you want something to equally put your mind at rest but wind you up, go spin some laps on a flat track bike, because you'll be sitting there for 200 laps for a day trying to hit the same line over and over and going, every time I do it, it's just wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any better.
Yeah.
And then one day you go, oh, I can slide it 2 meters. And then I'm still there 2 years later. Yeah, give that one a crack. That's good.
but also with flat track, everyone wants to get the thing like you get it out sideways, and you see some photos, and like, oh, that looked epic. But the more you slide, the slower you go. You don't really want it sideways coming out of corners.
I kind of do wonder if flat track, are we all just wanting to be speedway riders?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a poor man's
yeah.
speedway, isn't it?
Yeah, a
really?
little bit. Maybe.
Really?
And that's why I'm there.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. But
Just-
the aesthetic and the paddock is amazing. One of the best places you can go and chill out.
Yeah,
it's good
Yeah,
fun.
it's good fun. So what's next? You couple more races this summer?
Yeah, man. I to be honest, I was hoping I'd win a big race last night, and a couple weeks ago, I thought by this point I could go and do some Bemsy and DTRA, but it's not been going well. So I'm gonna have to lock in and get the rest of the season done.
Got to earn some coin on the
No,
circuit.
it's not even earn coin. It's just for the sake of it. I think
Right.
it's just I got to hold yourself to a standard,
Yeah.
and I can't be giving myself playtime when I haven't got the job done. So yeah, I'm gonna go get a job done, enjoy some stuff, create some more stuff, working on some new crazy team kit and bike projects and stuff, and then hopefully enjoy a late summer of motorbikes.
Yeah. It sounds like a great balance. You're kind of earning it with the exercise and the racing, and then just playing with engines. It's kind of the mix I'm trying to get to. I haven't quite got there yet. I need to get back on the bike.
We're all just winging it though, aren't we? And if you wing it long enough, and I think you end up living a dream somehow.
That's it.
Your dream anyway. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Find out what that is, isn't it? It's all about finding out that thing that you give a shit enough about, makes you happy, and you're prepared to compromise all the other nonsense bits, money, fame, whatever those things are you think you need in your life. Actually, fun, family, sense of purpose.
Well, you do need a little bit of money because, like, if
It
you can't pay your bills,
It helps.
it does suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think if you've got that small little cushion, don't be afraid to use it on chasing your dream though, man. Because when I was, like I said, I went to an office, hated it. I went, nah, I need to give cycling another crack. And I went and took the hard pay cut and just whacked it. And it does work out sometimes. And if you run out of cushion, you can go make another one, you know?
Well,
if you're able to build a cushion, you can make another one. I know it's a very privileged thing to say,
I've
but
burnt through like everything I own in the last year and a half, and I'm like down to the fumes in the gas tank, and I'm like, I hope this all pays off.
The greatest things happen from that point. I think
If not, you might see me at Starbucks next week. You know what I mean?
yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth trying and figuring it out.
Working hard.
Yeah.
They say hard work beats talent. Hard work and talent is dangerous.
Oh yeah. I mean, look at like some of the best in the world. It's obvious they have both.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's the 1%.
for us mere mortals, we can just wing it and be fine.
Just got to work harder. Got to work harder than everyone else. What's The Rock always says? He's the hardest working man in the room. He's a big guy, so not many people can get in the room.
Yeah.
I guess,
If I had $500 million in my bank account, I'd.
yeah, but
it's not
$8,
too hard
isn't
to
it?
work.
$8. That's his production company. That's what he started it with. $8 in his pocket. Everyone loves a good story, right? It's probably horseshit.
I was gonna say, is that one real?
It's a good story.
But we'll believe it, man.
Hey, I'm buying it.
I'm
I'm
here for it.
drinking the Kool-Aid.
I will drink it too.
Or the tequila.
Tequila. We're not talking about tequila.
Only on Fridays and Saturdays, though, right?
Yeah. Do you drink much as a professional athlete?
No, I don't drink at all. Never have.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like the taste of it. Never really understood it.
Yeah. It's a good place.
Yeah, I used to DJ as well, and like I'd go whole nights. Yeah, not just sober as anything.
Just looking at the effect alcohol has on people is
No,
quite
it doesn't bother me. I
turn off when you're sober.
Nah, I don't feel
Raw dog in life.
Yeah, I don't know. I just ended up like people like, how come you love club music so much? And I was like, I just like it for what it is.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, maybe I'm wired different.
You
I
don't
know.
have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to not like it.
Well, no, I don't think. I feel like I'm on the same level as those people
Yeah.
when they're just like out of their face, you know. And it's like just in a sense of enjoying it. It's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, no judgment passed at all now.
Awesome.
Not ever having a hangover is appealing for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I got a question for you guys, being motorcycle lovers. What is it that sort of ignites you guys to the highest level in terms of riding and watching?
Mine's freedom. I remember and push bikes are the same, right? I remember 4 years old just getting on a bike and going. And I've always had that sense of just getting away, just you, the road, whether it's cycling or motorbiking. It's that freedom and escapism that fuels me. And the mindfulness, the benefits that we never used to understand, but now we, like, if I need to go and either ride a bike or go for a walk or ride my motorcycle because I need to clear my head, I need to decompress, I need to do something to break this, whatever I'm in at the moment. And that escapism and that mindfulness of the riding is what does it every
Nice.
time.
Yeah.
And I like going fast and being a dick.
Yeah, don't we all, man?
You know, adrenaline's a good drug to get all the dopamine going, and it's all,
Like I think I over the years it's kind of changed a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it used to be kind of like the freedom side of it, but I'm pretty free in my life anyways. You know what I mean? I have freedom in so many other ways as well. I do what I want. But like I think especially over the last like 5-ish years, I think I've got a lot of pent up aggression for like I don't know where it's all come from, but it's just you get to a certain age in your life and you start to like I don't know, you just don't give a fuck about things, and you just like, but there's things in your head that you just like, you're like, I still can't let go, and I just get wound up about, and things that I can't change. So like I get angry about things, and if I get on my bike, I'll be like angry as fuck. I'm just like, oh, I want to murder someone, and then I'll go ride as like a fucking retard for like an hour, and I'll come back and like just it's all gone. All the anger's gone. It's just like it's just been rinsed out of my system, and I'm just like, I'm fine now. You know what I mean?
I completely agree. That's exactly why I wanted to start racing motorbikes, just to move. Cycling has a shelf life, right?
Yeah.
Especially competing to a high level. And I feel like motorbikes is the next step for that. I totally agree.
Yeah, cool. Well, look, it's been an absolute joy. I know it's quick and dirty.
No, thanks for having
we
me.
like it. It's a pleasure to meet you properly and hear from you. And we should get together and do a deeper dive on this and go and do some flat track.
Yeah, I need you guys to go do a flat track race.
Yeah, well, we're going with Max Fanoni and the Devitt team. So
which
I'll
one are
give
you going
a shout. Probably Gary's in Ipswich.
All right.
So
sick.
yeah,
I'll
I'll
be
let you
there.
know the dates. And
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Yeah,
I might
Fun
pull my
day.
bike off the wall.
Do it, man. You need
yeah.
to. Let's make
Keep
The
it
thing
rubber
is
side
so
down.
pretty as well. It's like I've got like 20-something thousand quid into it, and it's just like I don't want to break it, and I know I will.
It's there
It's
to be
like-
broken, used and broken.
Just get over yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Alec,
I could just go buy a cheaper one.
stop talking. We're done.
Thank you guys. It was a
Thank
pleasure.
you, mate.
Good to see you again, mate.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say that Quadlock are joining us this season on the Nod Pod. And as we all know, fantastic brand.
Great bit of kit, and check out all the links in the bios. There's a little discount code for all of you lovely people to go and get some quad locks yourself.
Yeah, I've been using them for years.
Hello, and welcome to The Nod, a mindful motorcycle podcast. Sponsored as ever by our great friends at Devitt Insurance. Do check out the links in our bios for that, and our lovely friends at Quadlock.
I've spent the last month with our lovely guest right now, and we'll dive into a little bit, but it's kind of top secret what we've been doing, but we can fudge around the edges of it.
Great,
But we've been doing some very cool stuff, and everyone will find out soon enough what I've been up to.
Laura,
Hello.
welcome. Vörtler.
Okay, yeah.
Verkler. Laura Verkler. Now, you're very welcome here. We'll get into why you're here. You're probably not here for anything other than just shits and giggles. But you might be riding. I don't know. We'll find out later. But you are one of, I mean, I might over-egg this a bit, but you're one of the leading stunt women in the world. Is that fair to say? Can we just say that's the case?
It sounds very cool, but I think it's a bit too big for my shoes.
Okay. You're one of the coolest stunt performers in the industry right now.
Again, that's subjective. But
That's
we
what
should
Ant
just say
told me
that.
to say.
Okay, Anthony, thank you.
You know, I got to big up my friends. You know what I mean? And you are she is like the most underrated woman doing riding bikes, doing cool shit like that I know. Because like you'd think your social media should have like 1 billion followers, but it's like you totally fly under the radar. Every time I put Netflix on or I watch a film, I'm like, hey, that's quite cool. I send you a message. You're like, oh yeah, that's me. And I'm just like, you're in everything I watch. Pretty much every film where there's a woman fighting, riding, crashing, driving, doing something stunt related, it
So-
seems to be you.
So talk us through your job, what you do for a living, and how that's evolved. Where did it all start? How did you get into this stunt career?
Yeah, so I have been a stunt performer for 18 years now. It first started because I wanted to do action with horses. So I did like 5 or 6 years of live shows with horses, like jousting, trick riding, riding through fire with horses. And it went from there.
Just normal
just-
equestrian
yeah,
activities. Yeah.
Your average equestrian from around the corner, exactly.
The horses mind riding through fire?
No, you get them used to it, like everything else. It's just they can never get injured or get scared of it. They can never make a bad experience with it, and then they're totally fine. So yeah, that's what I started with, and then basically from there, from doing live shows, I started horse mastering on jobs, so choosing horses for films and teaching actors to ride, and then I doubled for actors on horseback. And 1 year, it was just like, all right, we don't have any horse films coming up. Would you want to fall off a motorbike, or would you like run through the streets and get beaten up? And I was just like, yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Cool.
So now I've also put my weight into, like, I invested a lot in my training for cars and motorbikes, because the balance that you feel from when you're riding a horse, the whole weight shift thing that you feel what's going on under your body is very similar to motorbikes and cars.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just really found my passion for that.
Amazing. And I mean, because we're all interested, what are some of the I guess, what are the coolest films you've been involved in, and what are some of the coolest stunts on bikes, cars, or horses that you kind
Well,
of
for motorbike was pretty funny. My first actual job on a motorbike was also immediately a lay down, like a crash with somebody on the back. So I was riding, yeah.
it's like what's the easiest
Yeah,
thing to do on a motorbike?
literally.
Crash. So yeah,
Well,
That,
heck, your name's Ben Bowers
yeah,
yeah,
or Charlie Ballman.
or Charlie. Yeah,
oh.
he loves a crash.
He's not here to defend himself, so we're going to let loose.
Yeah, it does like a crash, Charlie.
Yeah, it was fun because it was on a series called Deep State with Mark Strong, and I was doubling for a woman, and they were like, "Yeah, like there's a dude on the back with you, and you just like weave through traffic, and you got to put a bomb on the car, and then like come around about and crash." And I was like, "Yeah, the crashing bit is no issue. Like I can do the crashing, no problem. But the driving before,
Yeah.
that was a whole different story.
And
But
because
I did
you're
it, so that was yeah."
is that the case because you were a stunt person, a
Mm.
professional, you'd done loads of other stuff. They just kind of assumed you could ride bikes as well as you can ride a horse, and
Well, it was part of a stunt team that I've worked for a lot, and we've started to train riding bikes, and they just knew my capacity, and they knew if they tell me to do something on a mark, and they knew I would just pull through it and do it. So we had 2 weeks of practice where I just crashed a bike every day. We got a cheap little rehearsal bike.
yeah.
'Cause I just crashed the bike every day over and over again to get it right on the mark at the right speed, and then we did it in the take, and it was super easy.
So when you crash a bike on purpose, Ben, you might know this. You might be able to answer this. So do you obviously you have protective gear on, but do you have extra gear? Because obviously, if you're laying down, do you have like motocross gear underneath everything and like body armor under? Like, I guess it depends on what you're wearing. But
Yeah, it depends heavily on the costume that you get to wear and how much you can get away with. Because for me, especially as obviously I'm doubling women and they don't want to look massive.
yeah,
All the actresses I've been doubling are quite small in their frame, so I have to really I can try and put on what I can to get away with in front of the camera, but still need to try and make it really low profile to not look like a little Michelin man. So I usually have a mixture. I have like thin gel pads like right on the body, and then I wear motocross kit on top of it, like knee braces, hip pads, hard plastics. For the top now, I've used some Nox a few times, which is like the soft compound that turns hard on impact, and it works really well, and it's quite low profile under a costume, which works nice.
Yeah. It must have got easier over the years.
Yeah,
It's because I mean, even just in mainstream motorcycle apparel,
gets
the
so
technology's got so much better.
yeah. There's great stuff on the market, and it's like everything. When it's your business, like when it's your body is kind of your tool, you want to invest into keeping it
Yeah.
protected. So yeah,
Because I imagine there's only so much you can learn to fall the right way, how to roll, but you're still falling off a motorbike. It's still impacting with tarmac. It's
Yeah.
always going to hurt, right?
you
So
feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, especially if you're doing it again and again and again. But how does that compare to, I mean, if you're falling off a horse, it's a lot higher falling off a horse. There's more vertical G-force going on.
Yeah, I must say I prefer falling off a motorbike than a horse any day, because also with the horse because it's an animal, the speed can have a variation at the last moment. The horse can buck or jump or kick at you when you fall.
Yeah.
It is always that component that you don't quite know what's going to happen, whereas in a motorbike you're in control. You know, with the physics and your riding ability, you know to which angle you're going to bring the bike at what speed, and then it's just going to be a slide. So it's much more within your control
Yeah.
than it is on an animal, of course. Yeah.
And the first time you fell off a motorbike on purpose, did you think, oh yeah, I like this?
Yeah, it was great
Yeah.
fun.
So do you think your crashes? Because like we were talking about crashing motorcycles earlier, and I was like, I've only crashed twice. I crashed once racing, and I've crashed once on the road, but I've crashed like a million times on an enduro bike. But those to me they don't count as crashes. So does crashing on purpose kind of count as a
It
crash?
counts. Well, yeah, like if you're separating yourself from a motorcycle that's no longer on two wheels, that is a crash.
Yeah, but when you're riding enduro, if you're like giving it through like up massive hill climbs, everyone falls off. You can be the best in the world, but that's not really a crash. You can't.
It's a crash.
It's like you don't see Dakar riders coming off and the organizer go, oh, it's off road, so it's all right, just carry on.
Well, that's a bit different. Dakar, you're doing 100 miles an hour through the sand. I'm talking about doing like really technical stuff up crazy hills.
It's a crash.
If you fall,
Move on. It's a crash. You've
Fine.
crashed a lot, Anthony.
All right.
Stop trying to pretend. Haven't. It's done, but not as much as Laura, who does it for a living.
Well, yeah. If someone paid me to crash, that'd be fantastic.
So what's been there's obviously there's scales of stunts in the industry, and there's like the crazy top end multiple pile-ups, Tom Cruise landing CCMs on top of aeroplanes. I don't think that was real though. I've got a sneak. He actually landed on an aeroplane. Jeez, that's amazing, that guy, isn't it?
Incredible, yeah.
But you've worked with Mr. Cruise.
I worked on Dead Reckoning Part 1. I did all the scenes in the desert with the horses, where he's been chased. So we chased him through the desert, and then I get off the horse, chase him. We have like a shootout scene, and then my character gets killed off really quickly. And then funny enough, later in the film, you see Rebecca Ferguson put my costume on, and like she gets on a horse and rides off, and that's me as well. So
Oh, cool.
I doubled for her in that small scene, and then I did my own bit as the assassin leader in the film. So that was fun.
I watched a film with
We don't want to hear
Halle
about your
Berry
porn catalog.
recently. But only because another friend of ours, Hannah, who's a stunt actor as well, she was Halle Berry's double in a film with Mark Wahlberg recently.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
Nice one.
I thought, oh, that looks a bit like Hannah's bum in this shot. So I messaged her. I was like, are you in this film? And she's like, yeah, it's me. I'm like, amazing. You're Hannah.
That's how Anthony identifies me in all the films I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, that's it, yeah.
He doesn't want.
I know that little boy's ass.
So, I mean, the work of a stunt actor, you know, you don't get any of the credit, but you do all the coolest stuff. I guess that you have really good teams you work with. There's a huge amount of, you know, you're doing all the risky stuff nobody else wants to do. So within those teams, how do you structure those? There must be a huge amount of preparation that goes into everything that you do to make it look as dangerous as it possibly can be, but be as safe as it can.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like the stunt industry is pretty big, and the margins for like safety are also pretty big. Like I've worked with amazing coordinators on amazing films and felt super lucky and safe, and everything was really structured and rehearsed, and just you feel like it's the safest possible it could be, because it's really, there's this appreciation also for your job and for you as a person, as a performer. And it can also go the exactly opposite way, where you work on projects where it's rushed, where they don't really care if you get injured because they're like, you're disposable. We can just find somebody else.
Yeah.
So yeah. And in those cases, you just like, you pick and choose. Like after a while, you're in a position where you can pick and choose who you want to work for. And I've like, after 18 years, I'm at a spot where I'm like, I would rather say no to a film that I know, or I have a feeling that it's not going to be safe or very well structured, and just for my own physical and my peace of mind, because nobody's going to look out for you at the end. It's all, you have to take care of your body if you want to be in a longevity situation.
Yeah.
And then I choose the guys that I want to work with, and I know that it's going to go well. So yeah.
And have there been instances where you have been injured on set?
Yeah, but again, like that kind of comes with the job. Like you said, it's like you're still gonna feel the impact, and errors can happen, and it's just yeah. But to be fair, like I feel like I've been really fortunate, and I haven't had anything that's been like majorly life altering for me or difficult.
Yeah.
It's just, I think in general, it's like the wear and tear on your body, like any athlete is gonna have. I think in 10 years, I'm probably gonna feel it, but
Yeah.
no, I'm okay.
Well, yeah, that just constant
Yeah.
hammering and stretching and breaking an impact.
Yeah.
Arthritis is fantastic, by the way. It's really
Arthritis.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing.
It's great.
Wake up in the
everyone's
morning and
right.
you're just like, ow, I can't move my hands. And then it takes a little while, you know what I mean? You get there.
Because you're an old man, Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be much rather that than a boring life, though.
Yeah, exactly. So were you scared when I called you up and said, hey, do you want to come film with me in Spain? Were you like, oh shit, this is going to go pear-shaped?
No.
No?
No, not at all. I think it was a good team, and I'm glad that I met the stunt coordinator and director before and had a good chat with them. And again, it's a feeling thing when you meet people that you're going to work with and they tell you about their experiences, just the way they talk about their job and about their experiences. You're like, okay, I think we're going to get on. I think you're going to make sure this stays as safe as possible. And there's going to be a mutual respect there. And then I'm like, yeah, it's going to be great. And it was such
Yeah.
a good experience. I had a great time
It
with
was
that.
such a great team to work with. Like
Yeah.
everybody on that team, like it was one of the first times I've ever worked with a production team where everybody chips in. It's not like, oh, I'm the director, so listen to me. I'm like or I'm the talent, so like I'm more important than this person. Everyone's just like, no. If there's a camera to lift or lights to go or load a truck, and then everybody just kind of helped out. Everyone there was no ego whatsoever with anybody. It was just like, let's get the job done. And hopefully we got something really, really cool to share with everybody very soon.
But you can't talk about it.
We can't talk. It
gonna
might be
break
for
the
a
edit.
major streaming platform that we don't know.
Here we go.
And I can just say, if it does go through, I don't have to break my bones anymore. There's more
Exactly. So-
acting than action involved.
Oh, nice.
Which would be cool.
Is that a kind of a desire after 18 years? You're like, at some point, what is the retirement age of a stunt actor? You know, because
I don't know
do
if there's-
young people dress up old for films rather than old people who are just still doing it?
It is a bit of both. I think it's not so much about your age when you're doubling. It's more like your size and your body features that match. Like I've doubled actresses that were way older and way younger than me. It doesn't matter as long as the body shape fits.
Yeah.
But of course, there's this kind of thing where you're like, okay, how much longer can I do the hard action for? I think that's also why I started leaning into cars a little bit more, because behind the steering wheel, obviously you're just going to gain experience over the years, which is going to give you the cutting edge over younger drivers that come into the industry and just don't have that much experience yet.
Yeah.
And because you're still kind of protected by the car, you can do it for longer. Whereas if you're going to do physical stunts and like gymnastics or martial arts, the younger ones are always going to be quicker, more agile, and have like a younger, just fitter body. And the older you get, the harder it's going to get, and the longer you're going to like take to recover.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of put my focus a bit more on driving cars and precision driving and stunt stuff for the future. And then a bit more acting. And I've also started stunt coordinating live shows with horses, which I started ages ago. And then I started picking it back up.
Yeah.
So yeah, putting teams together and providing live action entertainment is something that I really enjoy doing.
Yeah. Because you get that immediate response from the crowd.
Yeah.
But also it's quite good, like for most, like I guess once you become super famous as an actress or an actor, sorry, I don't know, you're not allowed to say actress anymore. As an actor, you kind of the production company or the network or whoever you're being paid by, they're like, okay, you can no longer do this stunt anymore because you're now worth $10 million to us. So
It's insurance
you can do so much. But like at this moment in time, you're kind of like perfect because you can do your own stunts, you can do the acting, you look the part. So you kind of like a triple threat whereas like, another person goes up for the casting and they're like, okay, well, she looks great for the part, but then we have to do a stunt double for everything because she can't fight, she can't do this. Whereas you can kind of do all that already. So you kind of put yourself ahead of the game really in kind of in so to speak kind of
That's
thing.
what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
And I mean, to become really famous to a point where insurances are going to be difficult, that would be my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, no interest in that.
Yeah. Because you always want to be riding horses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
riding
seen, I
motorbikes.
have a lot of friends who are quite famous, and I just like the way it impacts your daily life. I would hate that to be taken away from me. Like, I just love my freedom, go out there, ride bikes, ride horses, hang out with friends, go like festivals like this, be able to walk around and just do your thing.
Yeah.
That would, I would not want that to be taken away from anyone.
No, absolutely. Yeah. It's nice to have that freedom and that opportunity to be anonymous, which is what bikes give you so much. I'm interested. We talk a lot. This is the Nod is a motorcycle podcast. It's not really. It's actually a mental health podcast, but we kind of pretend. To
Only
get
because
people
we're
in.
all mentalists.
But motorcycles do this amazing thing, and the guys on the BMW stand were just talking about that, about commuting, riding motorcycles, the reset it gives you. My partner rides horses as well, and I ride a little bit. I'm not very good. I'm much better on a motorbike. So
You must be shit on a horse then.
Yeah. Yeah, I tell her so. I don't. And also, there's not many horses people will let me climb on, but horses listen to you because they're alive. They're animals. You have this, you can look in a horse's eye and see its soul, and it kind of, you have that connection. It's amazing. And, you know, I'm sure as a horsewoman yourself, you know, you can do all of the really cool stuff where a pack of horses will just walk up to you and follow you around. And like I've seen it. Holly does it with her horse. It's amazing bond. You kind of don't get that with motorcycles. I certainly don't talk to my motorcycles.
Well, some weirdos
But
do.
some people do. I literally had a conversation the other day, and someone was like, "Oh, you know, I talk to my bike all the time." I think it might even have been Charley. I was like,
I was gonna say it sounds like a Charley thing.
yeah, but he sits on them for a lot longer. But for you, like within an industry that's high pressure, you know, I guess nothing's ever locked in stone. You never know where the next job's coming from. Planning ahead, there must be a lot of stress. You know,
Yeah.
staying fit, staying on the ball, staying healthy during a shoot. How do you manage all of that pressure? Do you just go home and ride a horse? Is it as simple as that, or what are the sort of things you do to stay at the very top of your game and be able to deliver and perform when it's needed?
Yeah, I think the horses definitely give me a bit of peace, but it's also still work. So yeah, because whenever I am with my horses, it's not normally for an objective to like train them to get something out of them for a show, to prep them for something and to work on something, but just being around them and just sitting in a field with them and just without asking anything of them, that's really relaxing and nice. I also really enjoy like drawing and painting. And I think it's just in general, like even when I'm traveling a lot and I'm around a lot, to just like take moments when I feel like the social batteries are running low, just take myself out of the equation and just spend a few hours by myself and like write some stuff down, like just get all the thoughts and ideas out of my head, write everything on paper, and just allow myself timeouts where nobody can have my attention. And I think I've become really protective over my time.
Yeah.
I wish I would have learned that earlier
Yeah.
to just really protect myself and protect my time.
I think that's
not to age you, but like it does come with age a little bit.
Yeah.
it really does. I think
the
we
older
all
you get,
say the same thing.
the less
If only I'd
fun.
known now,
Yeah.
then what I know now, I would have given myself a break. And
Yeah.
that time out is time for yourself, time to just refocus and check in on yourself. I was speaking to a mate who's in LA yesterday, and I was like, "How are you doing?" Because he struggled with his mental health from time to time, and he was like, "Oh, no, I've been all right recently, but I haven't been paying it enough attention. I've been in kind of a good place. It's been as good as it's been for a while, but I haven't really been focusing on it." I was
That's
like,
the trap. Mm-hmm.
just because it's good, you still got to do the check-ins, make sure you're not starting to tip over the edge again, and just put those processes in place just to stay really well. Especially when life's manic, right? You're traveling around the world, you're on a plane, you're on shoots, you're meeting new people, new teams. It must be full of. And you're doing pretty like dangerous stuff that requires a lot of attention to detail and focus. On that, what are the what's the 3 coolest stunts you've done? Come on. Hit us with the 3 best. I'll tell you what, no, let's do it the different way. What's the coolest stunt you've done? And what's the stunt you thought was the coolest that looked the shittest, and vice versa? What was the one that looked shit but actually came out looking amazing?
I think, honestly, when I was on Mission Impossible, when I did the horse stuff, for me, that was probably the most incredible job as such. The stunts as such with the horses, we were just on horses in the desert, galloping around, and we had like close acting moments with Tom where it's just being in the proximity on an animal that's unpredictable of a big talent is dangerous as such. Controlling an animal,
right? Because you're worried. Because I mean, you could squash Tom.
That's what I mean.
Like it's so small, isn't he? You could literally like done.
That is not true.
No, but seriously, I mean that's a lot of pressure.
Anyone, like, you're around cameras, you're on a big set like that, nothing can go wrong.
Yeah.
It's not an option.
Too much money.
The pressure you have on that, it looks on screen just like, the horse goes from A to B. But the pressure that came with that was probably the biggest responsibility I ever had. And I came out of that feeling like it was the best job I ever did. So that was probably...
Do you find yourself, Holly does this a lot, when we're watching films that have got horses in, she's constantly like, they can't ride.
Yes.
They can't ride. that must be a double because they can ride.
Yeah.
You must just pull your hair out. You're like, come on, just heels down.
Yeah, I mean, it's similar than on a motorbike, right?
Yeah.
Like the second somebody just approaches a bike
It
and
turns into a
sits
dirt
on
bike.
it, but you know if they can ride or not
Yeah.
the same second, and it's the same on a horse. Like,
The thing that annoys me the most is when they're riding. It's like when they're riding a Harley and it sounds like a two-stroke.
Yeah.
They've just put completely the wrong engine noise
Well,
in the edit over the top. You're like, that does
Well, if you
not
look at
sound like
if you look at old films, you'll see the bike actually changes. Like they'll start on one bike, and then all of a sudden they're on like a enduro bike, and then it flips back to like a street bike, and they'll go over a jump, and all of a sudden it's got knobblies on it. You're like, it's not the same bike.
nobody will know.
No, they'll never notice. The smoke and mirrors of the film industry. Laura, what are you up to for the rest of the Festival of Speed? Are you riding? Are you just here for fun?
I'm gonna just visit a lot of friends because what I love about this festival here is that there's a lot of crossovers from the motorsports community because I did a bit of rallying, rally race, like driving. So there's a lot of rally guys that I've seen here that I know. Then I have friends of mine here from Bolt Dogs, freestyle,
Oh, yeah.
the freestyle stuff, and I've worked on films with them. Then the stunt coordinator for Mission Impossible, he's actually here driving a car he's racing, and some other stunt doubles and race drivers that I've known they're racing. So I think I'm just gonna try and connect the dots between the motorsports and the film industry.
Nice.
See a lot of
A few
friends.
years ago, I rode up the hill it was like a Bellstaff 75-year thing. And we had 2 or 3 of the guys that did all the James Bond bike stuff
Yeah.
on the James Bond Triumph,
Yeah.
which was quite cool.
Paul Edmondson,
Paul, that
Alistair
was it.
Whitten.
Yeah, it was Paul. He got in so much trouble because he just did burnouts all the way up the grass. Like literally just put it on the limiter,
Lord
like,
Marsh
just dumb the
like
clutch
fell on the grass.
all the way up the hill. It was hilarious. Whilst I was desperately trying to kick this 75-year-old Norton into life, which kept stalling on me. I got very
I
sweaty.
was up. I went up the hill with you that year, and you
Yeah.
you kept stalling the bike. You
Yes.
had to. Didn't you have to push it at some point?
Yeah, everyone had to push it. And me. It was. I'm going up on Sunday. I'm hoping it's a smoother journey on a brand new BMW. So
Well, the weather's
shouldn't
nice.
stall. The weather is. I mean, it's hot, isn't it, Laura?
It's boiling. Just walking here to you guys from the VIP drop-off was horrible.
yeah.
Torture.
Yeah.
We're so sorry you had to walk from the VIP drop off.
She
I feel bad.
She got out of the Rolls Royce,
The length.
air conditioned Rolls Royce, and had to walk all the way through the peasant crowd, all the way to this poor podcast studio.
I'm surprised they didn't drive you all the way here. You should have just said, "Look, I'm
Just
trying-
run those people over.
Yeah.
Don't worry about those people.
Good. Well, look, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for telling us. I know it's been a bit quick and dirty, but
Thanks
the
for
only
having
way
me. It
Anne
was
loves
worth
to
the
operate.
sweat.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the festival, and we look forward to seeing you pretending to be somebody else on a film soon.